Energy-efficient buildings. Architects, builders, construction managers, and corporate planners are beginning to realize that energy-efficient buildings are not only politically correct, but they are also cheaper to operate and offer a healthier environment for workers. These advantages are being demonstrated by such structures as the Natural Resources Defense Council headquarters in New York City, the Environmental Defense Fund building in Washington, the Internationale Nederlanden Group Bank in Amsterdam, and a regional government center now under construction in Marseilles. Even the famous Wal-Mart chain is getting in on the act. The retailer is designing an environmental store in Lawrence, Kansas, that could become the prototype for all future Wal-Marts. This first model will be built mostly of wood and concrete block materials that require 33% less energy to produce than steel, and feature an elaborate, high-efficiency lighting system enhanced by skylights that use holographic films to spread daylight evenly over the space. The store will have its own recycling center so that shipping boxes never have to leave the site. And for the ultimate in recycling, the entire structure is designed to be converted easily to housing in the event that Wal-Mart decides to leave the building. The motivation for going green is sometimes idealistic, sometimes materialistic, and usually a little of both. There is no question that traditional office structures are environmentally wasteful and destructive. In the U.S., such buildings account for 1/3 of the nation's peak electricity consumption. They are costly to operate and will become even more so when new energy taxes go into effect. Furthermore, office air conditioners, together with the manufacturing processes used to make building materials, emit nearly 1/4 of all ozone-depleting chlorofluorocarbons. Of more immediate concern to workers is the miserable quality of the air they breathe. Because of their design and the synthetic materials they employ, between 1/3 and 1/2 of all commercial buildings are filled with polluted air, in some cases 100 times as polluted as the air on the other side of the windows. As awareness of such problems grows, so does the movement to go green. The headquarters of the National Audubon Society is another example of energy-efficient buildings. It carries a little more than half the air conditioning capacity that the buildings of its size have. Furthermore, the building employs the latest lighting technology, including tiny sensors that adjust office illumination depending on whether or not people are actually using the room and how much light is streaming through the windows. Another key part of Audubon's plan was to look at construction materials. For instance, subfloors were made from homasote, a recycled newspaper product. Floor coverings were fabricated from recycled glass, and reception desks were built of mahogany that was harvested in a manner that does not destroy rainforests. Audubon's chief scientist, John Baillet, says, "We did our job," and adds that the facility's overall success comes from being concerned about several hundred little things, each of which by itself seems to be rather unimportant.